Hey everyone, this is Forestry, and I'm back with a new video. I've been really busy with school, so I'm sorry that I haven't had a lot of videos and stuff coming out. I'm still waiting for mods to start a Let's Play, although depending if a certain mod comes out for 1.2.5 soon, I may be doing a different Let's Play than I was thinking of. So hopefully that'll happen, and you guys will see what it is. But for now, it's a surprise. But anyway, so this is going to be a mod update spotlight for Forestry 1.4.4.0, which came out today. And there's a bit of changes since the last mod update spotlight that I gave, so I'm going to go over them the best I can. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so the first update, part of this new update of Forestry, has to do with bog earth. So, as you know, bog earth is normally, if we look up bog earth is normally crafted either with a water bucket, a water can, etc. But as you can see now, if you use a bucket and you get the water bucket back, or you get the empty bucket back, but it only produces 6, whereas cans, capsules, even IC cans, even though I don't have IC installed right now, will get you 8. So even though you lose the can, you do get more bog earth from every crafting. So I was going to craft that, but I forgot NEI shows that. And so I have some bog earth here. We're going to wait until this grows a little bit, and I'll be back when that does. Alright, so the bog earth is grown, as you can see by this dark patch here. And the change is that when you manually harvest bog earth with a shovel, as you can see I have a shovel, you get a piece of dirt. So before you only got this peat, now you get peat and dirt. And the rest of that will keep going. So the next change that has been made is to the fermenter GUI. So as you can see, the fermenter, it's a bit different. So we have a slot here that is used to put in whatever liquid you're fermenting. There is a slot for basically what you're burning. There's the slot for what you're using to burn it. This is the output slot where outputted liquids will go. And then you have the can slot for putting liquids into cans. So, I have here some stuff for us to ferment. So we're going to need some of that, some water, and some cans. Alright, so another change is that jungle saplings, which are these, can also be used in fermenters. So you can use both. So we're going to, I believe shift click work. No. Shift click works for the stuff in the middle. It doesn't necessarily work for that yet. We're going to put some cans over here, and then we'll put our saplings and our fertilizer. And then hit the switch. Now, as you can see, it used a sapling, and now there's this green bar. This green bar is basically the life of that sapling that it ate while it's fermenting. And then it ate a fertilizer, and then this red bar came up. This red bar is the life of the fertilizer it ate. So it's using these two up as it produces our biomass. So that's pretty cool. So, yep. Both saplings, jungle saplings, work now. All the other kinds of saplings work as well. So that is a pretty cool change. And yeah, so that's this. So another change for the fermenter is if we get some honey, and some honeydew, some fertilizer, and some glass bottles, which glass bottles used in vanilla potion making. And the recipe for that is 3 glass bottles like this. 3 pieces of glass like this, and you get 3 glass bottles. So yep, as you can see, we got a biomass can. This is all good. Alright, so for this recipe, you could say, you actually use liquid honey to ferment. So you fill it up with honey, which you get liquid honey from the squeezer, and you have to use honeydew and fertilizer. I believe manure works as well, which, by the way, another change, manure was actually renamed to compost. Makes more sense, I guess. So I'm going to turn this one on. We have some stuff in our biogas engine, and after it heats up a little bit, it's going to start working. And our glass bottles go up here, and as you can see, the green bar appears, the red bar appears, and we're going to give it a sec to see what it produces. Alright, as you can see, it just finished producing, and it produces short mead. Cool. Alright, so next thing I'm going to show you, let's turn that off, is since short mead uses bottles now, silly rain, Sengir added a way to make bottles of water for potion making or whatever through the bottler. Makes sense, right? So if we turn that on, you can see it's going to work, and with a glass bottle, you get water bottles. Pretty simple, but it's a pretty nice addition if anyone wants to do potion making. Next, this still also has a new GUI. Basically how it works is if you put, let's get our biomass. If you take your biomass, you put it in here. This is the input slot. This is the output slot. This is the can slot. And basically, we'll turn this on so you can see. This is a production cycle. So there's a certain amount that's made every production cycle, and as the production cycle goes down, more biofuel will appear. Now it doesn't all appear at the very end, it appears throughout, but that's basically so you can keep track your efficiency of biomass to biofuel. So it's pretty cool, new GUI, love it. Alright, so the next change that I have involves bees. Cool. So we're gonna delete some of the stuff in the inventory, clean up a little bit. Cool. Alright, so Sengir has added a new machine, you could say. It's one of the handheld ones, much like the Beealyzer, and it's called the infuser. This is what it looks like. It looks like this. The recipe is really, really simple. It's literally bronze, iron, bronze. Pretty simple. And when you open it, you have a potion bottle and a whole bunch of slots to put things. Very interesting. So as you can see, I have 3 bottles of short mead. So I'm going to drink 1 bottle of short mead, and we're going to see what happens. And nothing really. But I'm sure since it's alcoholic, if I drank more, some interesting things might happen. So how this infuser works is you can take your short mead that you got through fermenting some honey, and you put it here, and then you take some pollen, and you get curative mead, antidote 3. Now you could also take crystalline pollen, which is a rare drop from wintry bees. So good reason to use wintry bees to get some crystalline pollen. And that will give you antidote 2. So if we drink antidote 2, it would heal us, but I'm at full health. And same thing with antidote 3. So they just heal you, but, you know, I'm at full health because, well, it's a flat map, I'm on peaceful, whatnot. But I assure you, it works. Alright, so the next little change having to do with bees is the Beealyzer has gotten some updates. So if I put in a bee, you see we still have all the colors from before, but fertility has 2 times bees. It's kind of cute. Every bee will now have this little name at the bottom depending on what kind of bee they are. Some of the names are pretty cool, so I suggest you look and find them on your own. And then for tolerances, there's up arrows and down arrows instead of what there was before. Also, something else to note is now tolerances, basically anything but a none tolerance will be dominant, and a none tolerance is recessive. So it helps when you're trying to get bees like the jungle bees, the modest bees, wintry bees to work in other biomes, because now their tolerances are dominant. Pretty cool. So that's pretty much it with the beealyzer. So we're gonna move on. Actually, there is something else I just forgot because it's not in the chest because of stuff. So I actually have to go to a new world for this. So I'm gonna go to the new world and then I'm going to meet back with you. Alright, as you can see here, I am holding this little compass thing in my hand, and it's called a habitat locator. It's crafted pretty simply, 4 bronze ingots, 1 piece of redstone, and if we open it up, you can see all these different biomes. So I have a modest drone here, and we all know modest drones like the desert. So if I put in a honey drop in the modest drone, it says desert or hell. Interesting. And now, as you can see, the compass, the habitat locator, is pointing this way. And look, it's pointing right to a desert biome. So let's go over there. And now we're in a desert biome. Cool. And now it's kind of spinning wildly because we've made it to our location. And if it can't find the biome you're looking for, it will also spin wildly like that. So interesting little tool that Sangir has given us to find biomes to play with our bees in. So I'm going back to the other world now. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. And another change that has been made with bees is that wintry hives will now spawn in taiga, in frozen rivers, and in frozen oceans. Now because of this, forest bees will not spawn in taiga anymore. So if you see taiga, look for white hives on the ground instead of the normal forest hives. So next, we have some changes with the Rainmaker. So normally, you make an iodine capsule, you click on the Rainmaker, it makes rain, pretty simple. So first of all, the iodine capsule is now called an iodine charge. And it's crafted like this, with 2 pieces of honey drops, 2 honey drops, 4 pieces of pollen, an empty can, and 2 gunpowder in a carpenter. So if we get one of those, which of course I did not get any already. Actually, I'll show you the second part first. So the next thing that Sangir added, once you turn the rain on, you had no way to turn it off, you just had to wait. Well, he added a way to turn it off, and this is called a dissipation charge. It dissipates the rain. So it's 2 honeydew, 4 royal jelly, an empty can, and 2 gunpowder. Pretty cool. So let's get one of those so I can show you. So like before, when you click on the Rainmaker with an iodine capsule, it takes a second to charge up. And boop, rain. But now, if you click on it with the dissipation charge, it charges a little faster. And no rain. It's going away. So that's pretty cool. So now you can turn on rain, turn off rain, turn on rain, turn off rain. Alright, so the next change has to do with backpacks. There was a new backpack added, this reddish pinkish one, and it's called a builder's backpack. The builder's backpack is crafted with 4 pieces of string, a chest, 2 pieces of any color wool, and 2 clay. Pretty easy. There's also a woven builder's backpack backpack made similarly to all the other woven backpacks. Alright, so the builder's backpack, what can it hold? Well, it holds things like bricks, stone bricks, torches, fences, anything you'd use to build. Pretty simple. So I have some bricks here, and we're going to lay them down and show you that this bag does in fact pick them up. Pretty cool. Alright, so Sengear also added different backpack modes. So how you change the backpack mode is by shift and right clicking, not on a chest, because if you, let me put these in here, if you just shift right click on a chest, it puts the bricks in the chest or whatever's in your bag. So if you shift and right click on something else like the ground, you can see that there's this little lock on the bag now. And what that means is that this bag will not accept anything. It will not pick anything up. So as you can see, 3 bricks went in my inventory, not in the bag. So the next mode of the bag is called receiving. So basically how this works is there's 64 stone bricks in here. Let's just take one and let's put it in our bag. So how the receiving works is instead of when you shift and right click on a chest, the stuff in your backpack goes in the chest. Instead, alright, hold on, rephrase. Normally how it works is when you shift right click on a chest, you will empty your backpack into the chest. In receiving mode, when you shift right click on a chest, the chest will move anything that you have in your bag to your bag from the chest. So for an example, I have 1 stone brick, and I'm going to shift right click, and now there are no stone bricks, and there are 64 in here. Now let's put the bricks in there. See? Because bricks go in the builder's backpack, they went in. Pretty cool. So the next mode is called resupplying. Now how this works is if the player has any of an item that's in a backpack, if they have it in their inventory, the bag will resupply those stacks in the inventory with stacks from the backpack. So as you can see, I now have 1 brick and it refills very quickly to 64. Pretty cool. And then there's regular mode. So I like those changes. They're really cool. And yeah, can't wait to use them. So the last little thing, and this is more of a graphical, oh my god, this is awesome thing than anything, is Sengear working with Pymar of EE and Azanor of Thaumcraft added some effects to apiaries. So now when apiaries are working, there's these little, I don't know if you can see that, there's these little bee sprites that kind of go up. As you can see, they're like little itty bitty bees, and it's really cute. So yeah, so there's been awesome changes to Forestry, so I hope you guys play around. If you have any questions, comments, whatnot, feel free to comment below, and I'll see you guys next time.